will wonder, how in fact is this man not incarcerated? A lot of us will wonder this. So we're just gonna go ahead and take some time to break down every single time that WACK100 has been caught on camera admitting to crimes. You feel me? We might be able to get a top 5 out of this. You feel me? So we'll start off with number 5. We'll start off with number 5, man. A situation where WACK100 admits to giving pow-pows and whoop-de-bams to the Crips. Now, what would suggest that this was important for Wack to bring up? Not 100% sure. But again, with all the RICOs and all the indictments going on, it just makes you wonder, how is he not in jail? Let's start with number 5. Let's get into this content. This is Wack admitting to giving firearms to the Crips.
Wait.
Hey, no, answer this question.
No, I'm gonna get listen.
Answer this question.
This announcement right here.
We need answers. We need answers.
Don't go to Holland. Wack, no, nigga. I'm going to get out of the way.
I'm standing on what I say.
Do what he want to do.
You give guns to niggas, right? What's up with that?
What generation? What generation?
They know who they is.
So you giving Keyways guns?
Always, yeah, nigga. What this whole neighborhood?
So you giving Keyways guns? Always. Always is Wack's statement when he's asked, is he giving guns to the Crips? Always.
What generation? What generation?
They know who they is.
So you giving Keyways guns?
Always, yeah, nigga. What this whole neighborhood got to go
to knock down your own con? I'm saying that's weird.
What happened at the House of Blues?
They was going at their own, my nigga. They was going at their own, my nigga.
I'm muting up.
Yeah, for real though. For real, that's how I know you ain't really from over there.
They need to DP you, nigga. I was right there.
So there you have it, man. We're starting off with number 5, and you have WACK100 admitting to giving guns to the Crips. Now, with that all being said, you know, you kind of have to wonder, especially during these federal RICOs, you know what I'm saying? You know, what's going on? Yeah, we live. What's going on with this, man? You know, chat, we're just breaking down times every time that, 5 times that Wack has admitted to crimes online. Real quick. Chat, Trap GPT, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm right here. What's going on?
In a short elementary answer, if I am a felon and I admitted to, you know what, I'll do even better. I want to ask you a question culturally, and I want to ask you a question legally. Legally speaking, if I am a felon and I admitted to giving guns to anyone in the state of California, what charges can I be up against as far as federal and local jurisdiction? Give me a short, direct to the point answer.
1 second. Short version. Both state and federal exposure. In California, unlawful transfer and felon in possession. Federally, felon in possession and unlawful transfer. Exact charges depend on facts, and an admission can be used as evidence.
So if I admitted to this on, let's say, a social media app that's now all over YouTube, would that be considered open source reporting and an admission to guilt that can be used against me in court?
Let me check that real quick. Yes, public posts or videos can be collected as open source evidence, and statements that look like admissions can be used by prosecutors. That said, an admission alone doesn't automatically prove guilt. Context and proof still matter.
So, with that all being said, now I want to ask you on a social construct. Are you familiar with South Central gangs as far as Bloods and Crips?
I have general knowledge, yes.
So, from your general knowledge, if I am a Blood and I am admitting to giving Crips guns in order to go against other Bloods, what could be the social ramifications of that if I am a Blood, again, giving guns to Crips in order to accost other Bloods?
Let me double check that. From a general social standpoint, if someone is known to be helping a rival gang against their own, it's typically seen as a serious betrayal, which can lead to ostracism or worse. Exact outcomes, of course, are impossible to predict.
But so is it safe to say from a social construct and from a legal construct, if I were to participate in these activities as described, I would be wrong and I would be out of bounds?
1 second. Broadly speaking, yes. Legally, if the conduct violates firearms laws, it can carry serious criminal exposure. Socially, in the context you described, it would be seen as a serious violation of loyalty with potentially dangerous consequences.
And real quick, legally speaking, can you please give me some California penal codes that may be violated or things that I might have to worry about if I was actually the one to have done this, and charges that could be put up against me in a simple aspect?
One moment. In simple terms, in California, a few laws that can come up in a scenario like that include being a felon in possession of a firearm. California Penal Code 29800. Firearm transfer rules under 27545 and penalties under 27590. Federally, 18 USC 922 G1 bars felons from possessing guns, and 922D covers transferring a firearm to a prohibited person, which, if any apply, depends on the exact facts.
So, with that being said, as we start at number 5, you just kind of makes you wonder, why hasn't Wack been picked up for this? If he is, on the internet saying it, and the same conversations on the internet are being used to put Big U in jail by way of indictments, why isn't Wack a part of this indictment? You know what I mean? Why isn't he a part of the Flu Flammery? I'm not really 100% sure. Chat, if you guys can think of any other crimes that WACK100 has committed, let me know and we'll add them to the list. But that's number 5. That's number 5. We're just kind of taking down 5 crimes that Wack committed. We'll kind of take them 5 at a time. But we're breaking down 5 crimes that WACK100 has committed to, and he is not in jail for it. So now we'll go to number 4. Let's go Oscar, let me see, Oscar de La Hoya, Oscar de La Hoya, Wack. Let's see about this. So this is WACK100 admitting to extorting Oscar de La Hoya. Not really sure again why WACK100 admits that he extorts Oscar de La Hoya, but we'll start off with this conversation right here.
About shenanigans down there. That's why I shouted him out. He definitely got it.
Clubhouse shenanigans is in the room, so this is going on YouTube.
Wait, what?
It's all right. Yeah, tell that nigga,
left looking like Squidward, bro.
tell that nigga, bitch, if he love you, you better holler it out to De La Hoya's attorney. Tell that nigga I got a couple videos and pictures. He don't want him to come out. Tell that nigga run that back.
I have a couple pictures and videos that if he doesn't want it to come out, he needs to run the bag. That is blackmail. That is blackmail. If you don't do this, I'm going to do this. That is blackmail. It can also be called an extortion.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Wack. How do you get all this shit? Like, what the fuck?
Nigga, I paid $850 on Oscar. The nigga didn't want to pay me another $250,000. That's why the pictures is up on the internet. Go
that was your first real one, huh? Like that first one, huh?
Go Google Oscar De La Hoya fix that. Watch
Let me
it.
go.
That was your first money back. That one of those ones, huh? Like, I remember when you did that one, like.
It's a video that go with that made me $850. He with the heels on legs back, getting banged out with a 10-inch stick. Get out.
Absolutely not.
But if you go
what the
Google,
fuck?
they didn't want to pay for the pictures, though, nigga. That they went. But the video, they get the business. And, y'all ain't seen that. That was horrible. They had 2 ladies spreading the legs, one bitch banging. What?
No.
You seen them? You looking at them? Lady kill, I'm the truth.
No.
Yeah, don't fuck with Wack. Oh, no questions. But that.
So here you have WACK100 openly admitting to getting $80,000 or however much money out of Oscar De La Hoya, as WACK100 is openly admitting to the fact that he is, using these pictures, these compromising photos of Oscar De La Hoya as his advantage to profiteer off Oscar De La Hoya. So, we're going to take it back to the Trap GPT. How long is this? This is only 1 minute and 30 seconds, so this is perfect. I'm about to play you a clip, and I want you to break down to me how this is considered extortion and or blackmail. In the clip, you will hear WACK100 admitting to extorting Oscar De La Hoya. That's what I'm about to play for you. Let me know when you're ready for me to play the clip, Trap GPT, and I want you to tell me exactly what's going on as far as social construct, as well as legal construct and felonies attached to it, as well as social ramifications. Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
And again, keep things short, direct, to the point.
It's all right. Yeah, tell that nigga,
His left looking like Squidward, bro.
tell that nigga bitch, if he love you, he better holler it out to tell Hoya's attorney. Tell that nigga I got a couple videos and pictures. He don't want him to come out. Tell that nigga run that back. Yeah.
Oh shit. Wack, how do you get all this shit? Like, what the fuck?
Nigga, I paid $850 off hospital. The nigga they want to pay me another $250,000. That's why the pictures is up on the internet. Go
That was your first real one, huh? Like that first one, huh?
Go Google Oscar tell Hoya fixing that. Watch
Let me go.
it.
That was your first money back. That was your one, huh? Like I remember when you did that one, like.
It's a video that go with that made me $850. He was on legs back getting banged out with a 10-inch stick. Get out. If you go
what the fuck?
They didn't want to pay for the pictures, no nigga, that big wet. But the video, they get the business. And, well, y'all ain't seen that. That was horrible. They had two ladies spreading the legs, one bitch banging. What?
No.
That's the end
Checking
of.
now.
That's the end of the
Short
audio. Go for
direct.
it.
That clip alone doesn't prove extortion or blackmail is happening. Socially, some might see it as shady or coercive talk. Legally, it's not enough on its own. Investigators would need more context and evidence to show any crime.
Now, if this is paired with over 10 other crimes where he's admitting to the same things, could this help add to the crime? And at that point, with that context, could it be used as an admission of guilt with 10 other conversations directly associated with it, as well as him being tied to a federal RICO where he's named as an associate for doing the exact same things?
Checking that now. Potentially yes, but not automatically. Multiple similar recordings plus corroborating evidence could strengthen a case, but being named or associated with the RICO doesn't prove guilt. Prosecutors would still have to prove each element in court.
With that all being said, could this be considered an admission of guilt in court?
Checking. Short answer, it could be offered as evidence of an admission, but it's not automatically an admission of guilt. The court decides its weight and meaning based on all the evidence.
So with that all being said, no, we can't testify. We can't put Wack under the jail for this. You know, whatever, blah blah blah. Two-tone. Let me know when you send it. But what we can say is we're showing a pattern of how this guy does continuously over and over find himself in these situations. Money, I see, where you know these back and forths are happening. You know what I mean? It's a lot of interesting things that go about, but that's actually not the end of it. Let me show you guys something, because this situation was interesting as well. This is now something that we've all witnessed. This is when Wack thought that it was appropriate to, but you know, this is, let me show you guys. I want to talk about it. This is Wack actually running up on Flakko, and he has a firearm on him. So, you know, it just kind of makes you wonder how Wack is able to run up on Flakko, you know what I mean, with a firearm. Let's see, Flakko, Wack. And this will be number 3. The number 3 on the list. Let me see, no jumper fight. Let's see this. And here it is, right on time. And in this situation, you see Wack allow a situation to build up, and we won't hold you guys. We'll kind of just get to it. But, you know, let's start from, you know, let's only 6 minutes.
No.
What happened?
You both of y'all.
Like that,
You got female shit, then the weed shit,
Yeah.
then the merch shit,
Yeah.
then the food shit.
Yeah.
We want with everybody.
Yeah, that's some shit.
Nah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I might have to pull the belly.
Yeah.
You
I'm
what?
just gonna hate on these
You gonna
niggas.
hate on us? Man, like that? Come on, man. I don't think he would do that.
Hey, Wack, come on, blood. Hey, hold on, bro. I ain't gonna hate on when I hear fertilize. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it.
Flakko,
Yo, what I do,
I
man?
asked you to keep your phone on, bro.
You gotta stop talking to Flakko right now. You know he ain't talking food in his face.
What you mean?
No, wait, I'm gonna stop.
Flakko, you need to come see me before I leave, Flakko. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, man.
Because they want to get you.
Why? What I do then? I don't mind my
Because you're
business.
being used, Flakko.
So notice how this starts off as a gentle extortion. Hey, they want to get you, Flakko. I'm your friend. I'm on your side. You need to come holler at me. But then when Flakko doesn't really want to talk back to Wack, Wack does this.
But you got to stop letting niggas use you. Now, see, I know you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But you let niggas come on your thing.
Yeah.
And for one, you did some weird shit. That's your thing. But you let them niggas dish my hood, bro. And I can't control them niggas. Listen, let me tell you the difference between you South Central shit and Pacoima. Our projects are 4 miles that way.
That's a fact. No, true.
You're in the valley.
Yeah.
So you got niggas doing shit because you trying to show love and they want to play with me, but that's bigger than playing with me. Like, if you this insane, that ain't just them.
Yeah.
It's all kind of niggas that don't do social media and shit that don't do that, but you didn't took it upon yourself, left some shit in the building, right?
Okay.
And now
So again, here you have Wack, you know, talking about how Flakko is being accosted here because of gang activities, and Flakko's just not a gang member. So why is Wack, you know, so aggressive and so, you know, forthright about the situation with Flakko? I'm not really 100% sure, because when it comes to the situation with Flakko again is not a gang member. So why would Flakko be responsible for what gang members say at No Jumper, which is Adam 22's platform?
should at least have enough respect to say, well, we know Wack don't fuck with us. I ain't trying to block nothing, but let you do your shit. Don't have them there on your platform dissing. That shit gonna lead to some shit.
It's not like my show though. Like
It's your show. I got niggas from prison sending me this shit because they think I'm here every day.
no, true though, but it's not my show, right?
It's your show.
No, the title is
You got them up there.
yes, right?
Yeah. So either you gonna do what you gotta do, or they gonna do it like you gonna have to make a decision, bro.
Here, but like here, right? Think of
It ain't
this,
no
though, right?
discussion, bro. You know North Dakota.
No, true, right? Like, but like in
Flakko, I'm not trying to hit nothing. I tell you.
yeah. No, but it's not my show though. Like it's
what I'm
your
gonna
show
do.
too, you know.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. It's your show.
Asking
No,
what
it's their show
exactly
too.
was
So
said,
That
right?
they show you let them in, nigga.
Right.
You let them in, nigga. Stop playing.
And now you see Wack getting visibly upset, and now he's getting visibly more aggressive towards Flakko. But this is not where the crime comes in. The crime happens in about 2 minutes, because you kind of wonder how Wack, who is an admitted felon, is walking around No Jumper with a firearm and then pulling the firearm on Flakko.
With me, nigga. But you let them in. I'm not playing with you, nigga. You let them in, nigga. You playing games.
But it's
You're
not
a
my
North
show,
Dakota
right?
nigga playing games. I'm not brick bait. I start with you right here.
But it's not my show though.
Okay, I tell you what. This what I'm gonna do. When my homies get here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna act like I'm not here.
But it's not my show though.
That's cool.
You feel me?
I'm gonna tell them this ain't not my show.
But it's not my show though. Like, you feel me, right? Like,
You the one got him in the
And then you have poor Flakko just, you know, just so scared, and he's so shook he doesn't know what to do, and he's just trying to explain himself. And meanwhile, you have Wack enforcing all his gang rules and gang politics upon Flakko, and Flakko's just, he's an innocent bystander here.
build, nigga.
no, true that. Whack, yes,
You
but
got him in the building.
yes, but it's not
If
my
I
show
bring a
though.
nigga in the building,
Yeah.
and they get to disrespect with some people in the building,
Yeah.
that I know gonna look at me, I'm gonna tell the niggas, look, bro, you in the building, do your podcasting.
Yeah.
But leave that other shit because it's a reflection on me.
No, true. Yeah.
Like, stop playing them games, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
Yeah, true that.
Basically what he's saying, Flog, is
Yeah.
if you got some niggas up in the building, bro, as soon as they start disrespecting somebody
You
else that
already
works
know
here,
it's a problem with
cut
these
it.
niggas.
Cut it off.
Because you said something to creep already.
About
You
what?
said, man, I know Wack, I don't know. And one of them niggas,
So even Flakko tried to alleviate the situation by talking to Creep about it, but that's not sufficient for Wack. Flakko tried to offer his apologies, but you know, Wack being this super aggressive gang member that's just so terrifying and so scary, we don't know what to do outside of allow Flakko to kind of, you know, fend for himself there.
lied to you and told you we cool. I'm not cool with none of them niggas. But you do your shit. But you ain't finna give them niggas a platform to be dissing my set, huh?
So I got a question, Wack. If somebody came up in here
and on your platform when you was on your show, and they started disrespecting Flock, what would you tell them?
I'm not gonna let it happen. Right? And then get at an individual. Let me ask you something. If a nigga sit in front of me, keep it real.
Talk to me.
In front of me in that room, and a nigga gets outright dissed insane.
But it's unfair to hold Flakko to gang conflicts and to gang 1-2 steps like Sierra if he is, not able to be, like, Flakko's not a gang member. So I'm not really understanding why Flakko's responsible for gang business. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really 100% sure on why, this situation is being brought upon in this way. Like, I don't really understand that. That's something that I'm not really 100% sure of. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's that. You know what I'm saying? So, you feel me? I'm not really sure why Flakko is responsible for maintaining the validity or the respect of gangs if he's not a gang member. But, okay.
Right in front of me on my show.
Two things that I think are easy / makes sense.
Oh,
shit. No.
That's a problem. And this is why I keep telling you, bro, stay Flakko. Hey, the nigga from North Dakota. You letting these niggas drag you, the wrong niggas drag you into shit. And while you showing love.
So how does it go from showing love to, we'll just go ahead and fast forward to this.
Hey, listen, hold on.
And here you see Wack as he's holding a firearm, as you see him clearly clutching a firearm. Look at him, clutching a firearm right here in Flakko's face, and it makes you wonder. And it just makes you wonder, how is this man not in jail? But as we've been doing with this entirety of this series, as we are on number 3, we'll take it back to Trap GPT. Trap GPT, are you with me?
Yeah, right here.
If I am a known felon who has done penitentiary time in California, and I am in the state of California, in the city of Los Angeles, and I am on camera showing that I have a firearm on my waistband and holding it, is that a pretty clear, cut and dry way to end up in jail if I am a convicted felon?
Well, let me check that real quick.
And keep in mind, I am on camera on a podcast that was broadcasted to over 100,000 people.
Right. If you're a convicted felon, being shown with a gun can lead to charges. But whether you're actually convicted would depend on all the evidence, not just the video.
Will it at least lead to a very strong possibility of it leading to an indictment?
Checking. Potentially, yes, that can create strong exposure. Exact outcome depends. It's not automatic.
Now, pair that with all the information that I've been giving you about Oscar De La Hoya, and as well as, other things about giving guns to rivals. This is all the same person. Does it sound like this person's doing things that, for lack of better words, should have put them in jail by now, with all these things happening within a year of each other, all within the same year or 2 years, and it's all on camera on the YouTube space where it was broadcasted to over 2.5 million people?
Let me check that. Can't say that. Repeated public admissions, if corroborated, could draw investigation, but clips alone don't prove a case.
Well, we're not looking for an actual conviction here. We're just wondering why, wondering if this would draw police attention and at least signal an arrest or an investigation.
Checking that. It potentially could draw attention, yes.
All right, thank you. Now, again, this is WACK100, clearly brandishing a firearm in the No Jumper podcast studio, and again, just kind of makes you wonder why this man hasn't been sent to anybody's incarceration. Ike Turner hands, you could think of any crimes WACK100 has committed, feel free to send it to us. That's what we're going over right now. But you have that, but then you also have this. This, we'll just say this is 3.5. This is kind of an extension of. You have when WACK100, threatened loose man.
I'm not, but I have criticism.
See, kids,
I get that.
We don't give a fuck if you Sudango, whatever.
So now Wack is throwing gang politics into Moose Man. Now this right here, we'll just throw this as a bonus.
This little homies is 50 years, 80 years behind Mexicans.
I get that.
And you think you gonna walk in here, bro, fuck me, talk shit, look at me crazy? Bro, it took everything in me
Did you eye fuck him?
I was not trying to do that. I literally was looking at you on some like, Wack is staying silent. He's about to go off. I'm going to give him my undivided attention so you can voice your concerns and all that type of shit. That's why I'm looking. I'm not looking at you like,
If he was
I'm tough. I want to fight Wack. Like, I'm not doing that. Like,
Well, I wouldn't have said nothing to him. But when you want to lock eyes like, nigga, I'm here, what? And then jump up and say you calling the police, I can't respect that, homie.
He just said they were on speed dial. Not that he actually called them.
I just know this. Take this youngster. The police get there after it happens.
for sure.
Where I come from, we make irrational decisions to make it happen.
This is crazy. This is crazy. I turn her hands went crazy. This is a blatant threat. This is blatant intimidation. This is blatant terroristic and or criminal threats. This is it. Once you use gang affiliation and gang words, that makes them threats.
And I don't want that to happen to you, Wack. I don't want to cause you feel like shit.
Why I felt that way.
It was on some content shit. You know what I'm saying? This is probably not trying to beat you up or threaten you. Say you is or none of that. Then Wack.
Let's see this. Hold on, because there's an assault that takes place here on camera.
I'm telling my Lord.
Here it is. Now, this is actually more aggressive than what Big U is being charged with. Keep in mind. Oh, I turn to go all day, bro. Keep in mind that Big U is currently being charged with assault after he said on a wiretap he wanted to break WACK100's jaw. He said that on a private conversation. That was a private conversation Big U had. There's an assault in this video. If Big U can be charged with assault because he said on a private conversation he wanted to break WACK100's jaw, he never touched WACK100, he never said it to WACK100. If he can be charged with assault because he wants to break what his lawyer is deeming as an informant's jaw said through a private conversation, this is by same definition an assault, no?
I know,
but there's an actual physical assault that takes place here. Let's show.
Sit with a white boy every week.
We don't have issues where I'm from with white boys, homie.
I know, but I have no issue with no bloods anywhere because I'm not getting that.
You still a Mexican?
Especially from being from North Carolina.
That right there could be considered an assault. If Big U's words on a phone call where Wack was nowhere around is used as an assault, why is this not an assault? But I think, is this where he throws the water bottle?
Hey, just like I said, man.
No, bro, nigga.
I don't want no sweet dog, nigga.
What? Nigga, look, I ain't worried about nothing, man. Sit down, bro. Okay, that's where we going.
Right, the police shit out. Police shit out. We're live.
Get your ass up out of here, nigga. 911 on speed down. Come up in there playing. Nigga, I'm not gonna be
playing. I sat down and had a conversation
with like that.
It don't matter, bro. I'm a special type of Mexican, I guess. Because I'm a podcaster.
911 on speed down. He's a fucking coward.
He wants to have a conversation with you.
You're talking about threatening violence.
What is the fuck talking about, nigga? Watch out. What you talking about, nigga?
I got no issue with you, man.
Get your ass up out of here.
If you don't want a podcast, you can't handle it.
Is this not assault? Is this not, like, how is this not assault? He has to be physically restrained as he's trying his best to unalive poor Moose Man. He's trying to unalive the moose knuckle. How is this not an assault? Let's continue.
Get your ass up out of here.
But this is showing your character, Wack. This is showing your character.
Hey, goes, is the homies outside?
Hey, it ain't showing nobody character.
Is the homies outside? Is the homies outside? Carolina Kids, send a link to my Instagram. Is the homies outside? Is the homies outside? Is the homies outside? That is a criminalistic threat to get a group of people to accost one person. That is gang leadership. Wack is a criminal gang lord. We're watching it. He is a gang leader. He has people from a representative community that he is able to control to wonder if they are outside to take poor Moose Man off the map. Gang leader.
You can't talk no gangster shit with a nigga that start talking about the police.
Ain't nobody talk never no gangster shit, Creed. I never was on no gangster shit.
Right there. That's an assault. That's an assault. That's an assault. That right there is assault. That's assault. That's assault right there. That is assault right there. When you throw a water bottle at a person in the state of California, as crazy as it sounds, that is assault right there. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Using the same person as the example, considering that we're showing a list of examples of this same person committing crimes and we're showing a timeline and a character of the same person, if in a heated argument, the same person has sent multiple threats of physical violence, saying that they will commit physical violence as well as get others to commit physical violence against a person, and then they throw a full water bottle at that person and strikes him in the face in the state of California, in the city of Los Angeles, could that be considered felony assault?
Let me check. Short answer, not necessarily. It depends on all the facts and how the bottle was used. A felony is possible, but not automatic. Charges could also be misdemeanor assault or battery. Prior threats can matter too.
Well, prior threats have brought up gang conversation, gang threats, as well as a 20-minute interaction of verbal threats and verbal warnings that, if not taken, will be warned to lead to physical accostaments, which led to the bottle being thrown and striking the man in the face with an intention to do damage with him because the conversation and the context was of a violent nature.
Check it. That added context could make it more serious, but it's still not automatic. Prosecutors look at all the evidence and the legal elements.
Considering that we have had maybe up to 4 different events with that same person, is it possible that this person is being shown to a potential prosecutor to have a history of violence and anger and being a dangerous individual as we continue on with these stories?
Checking. It's possible. Multiple similar incidents can draw attention, and prosecutors might argue a pattern if the rules allow, but each charge...
Now, we're looking at the situation and we're just showing a pattern of a person. Now, are we convicting anybody here? No. Does everybody deserve their due process? No. Yes, excuse me. Nobody can just be thrown in jail forever based off something like this without going through due process. But what I will say is this is assault.
Ain't nobody talking there.
Well, excuse me. It's what can be considered assault, according to ChatGPT. We'll be fair about it.
You don't gangster shit, Creep. I never was on no shit.
So there it is as well. I actually want to add this to the context. If when throwing the bottle through anger you yell, quote, bitch ass nigga, you're a bitch, and throw the bottle out of anger, does that add to the context of it filing under an assault charge?
Checking. Yeah, it could add to the context, but it's not determinative by itself. The insult plus the act of throwing can help show intent or aggression, but whether it's assault or a felony still depends on all the facts, like the injury and the circumstances.
Is it safe to say whether a felony or a misdemeanor, this is just simply illegal?
Checking. Broadly speaking, yeah. Intentionally throwing a bottle at someone is unlawful conduct. Whether it's charged as a misdemeanor or a felony would turn on the specifics.
Now, considering everything else that I've explained to you from Oscar de la Hoya, so forth and so on, guns being distributed, whether they're misdemeanors or felonies, is it safe to assume that all these things are illegal?
Checking. Broadly speaking, yes. The types of conduct you've described are generally crimes if they actually occurred as described. But whether any particular person is guilty is a separate question that depends on evidence and proof.
Okay, so we just have the grand statement that these are all crimes. With that all being said, that was 3.5. We'll go into number 2. You know what? We're done counting because the chat is going crazy. They're bringing up a bunch of stuff. You know what? We're going to go ahead and go into... Okay. Wack sends TNEA's daughter's link to Adam 22.
See, Lena is Adam and
I just said,
what? Just imagine when you start banging. She took her on her ass and there was a serious, and then after the class, parents at the end, we go. I'm done with you.
Hear me out.
I put out corn. Right?
I don't remember it.
I seen a clip the other day.
Yeah.
That shit's good.
And it was WACK100, right?
Okay.
Talking about he sent you some child corn, right?
What's up, kid?
Send me a link.
A link, right?
I didn't click it because I already knew what it was.
Wait, he sent you a link. Okay, so let's go back to the chat GPT. Keep in mind that we are live on YouTube, so I want you to cater your language so it's not a disruption of YouTube community guideline violations when I ask you this next question about the same individual as we continue to add to these lists of crimes. Are you ready?
Got it. Ready.
Short story shorter, if this same individual who is 40, over the age of 40, admits to having a Twitter link that shows a child in an adult compromising positions with adults, meaning a child performing adult content acts on adults, and it's on a Twitter link. If this person says, hey, I have the link, do you want me to send it to you? At that point, is the person who is offering to send the link in possession of child inappropriate material?
Checking. Short answer, offering to send the link isn't by itself automatic proof of possession. But if someone actually has, accesses, or distributes that kind of material, it can carry very serious criminal consequences.
If he says, quote, I have the link, I can send it to you.
Checking. Still not automatically proof of legal possession. If they actually possessed, accessed, or distributed illegal material, that could bring serious charges. The statement alone is just not conclusive.
What if the person who they wanted to send it to says, and I quote, I already knew what it was and I told them not to send it to me?
Checking. That statement generally supports that the recipient didn't want it. It doesn't by itself prove a crime by the sender, but it can be one piece of evidence depending on the whole facts.
Now, my final question would be, if the sender says, and I quote, yeah, I have the content, my team sent it to me. Is that an admission of being in possession of this child inappropriate material? If you say, quote, yes, I have it because my team sent it to me?
Checking. That could be used as evidence of a claimed admission, but it's not conclusive by itself.
Is it safe to say that, again, taking it back to just legal and illegal, is it just pretty much safe to say that as any adult male having content of a 14-year-old little girl in adult compromising positions with other adult males is just simply committing a crime by being in possession of this content?
Checking. Broadly, yes. Knowingly possessing child sexual abuse material is a serious crime under both federal and California law. But whether any given person did that depends on the evidence.
Now, with that all being said, that's not appropriate. That's not appropriate. That's not appropriate. That's not appropriate. None of that situation will be accepted. None of these situations will be charitable. None of these situations will be celebrated. These are all flamorous and skullduggerous and larcenous things. Chat, I do see the question. I will run the last question before we go into this next clip. If it is saved in their hard drive, ready to be distributed, what does that mean as far as crime is concerned? Is that simply illegal or is it not?
Checking. Short answer, yes. If someone knowingly has that kind of material saved on a hard drive, it's generally a serious crime. Whether additional charges apply depends on the evidence.
So with that all being said, it's safe to assume that, Wack being in possession of these things by his own admission is unacceptable. We don't want to, no, that's not acceptable.
And it was, there you go. Because I was talking.
So this is Tania, Nova's mother, calling out Adam 22 because Wack offered to send her daughter's link to him.
Okay, I don't want to forget about this. I don't want to forget about this. So look,
I don't remember.
I seen a clip the other day.
Yeah, that shit's good.
And it was WACK100, right?
Okay.
Talking about he sent you some child corn, right?
He sent me a link.
A link, right?
I didn't click it because I already knew what it was.
So I researched it up.
Okay.
And I asked, what is that when somebody sends that to you?
And for the record, it was a link on Twitter.
On Twitter,
So
right?
it was already out there in the world. It's just somebody told him that it was out there. He sent, I think, in a group chat with me and Remo, and he said what it was before he sent it, so I didn't have to click it.
Yeah.
And my reaction was just like,
well, you know what? There's the context that we were looking for. So let's see something. I'm about to play you a conversation. When you hear the audio stop is when I would like you to start analyzing and giving me your short, direct, to the point analysis of the situation, simply if it's illegal or not. And what you're about to listen to is Adam22 describe his experience with the person who offered to send him the links in the adult content in question. Here you go.
Is that when somebody sends that to you?
And for the record, it was a link on Twitter.
On Twitter,
so
right?
It was already out there in the world. It's just somebody told him that it was out there. He sent, I think, in a group chat with me and Remo, and he said what it was before he sent it, so I didn't have to click it.
Yeah.
And my reaction was just like, okay, like maybe you shouldn't be sending that link around.
Right. And
1 sec. Short take. Based on that clip alone, no, it doesn't establish that a crime occurred.
So, despite the fact that this is the context behind the conversation of this man being in possession of this child adult content, are you maintaining that no crime occurred?
1 sec. Yes, even with that context, I can't say a crime occurred from that conversation alone.
So, is it safe to say that is a speculation of illegal activities amongst the safety of a child is a concerning matter in this situation?
Hang on. Yeah, that's reasonable to say. Concern or even investigation if backed by evidence, but not proof of a crime from that audio alone.
Okay, so even if it's not proof of a crime, would this be reason for any reasonable law enforcement officer to be suspicious of the grown man distributing this content and maybe want to investigate them on a legal standpoint or a criminal standpoint?
Check it. Potentially. But suspicion isn't proof.
Unfortunately, ChatGPT says Wack isn't reporting a crime, isn't doing a crime. Myself personally, I'm going to have to disagree with ChatGPT. Hey man, you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm going to stand with distribution of a young girl's 1-2 step like Sierra offering to it. Pretty sinister behavior.
thank you, Adam, for not clicking on the link, because it's like, bro, it's already bad enough. We don't know if it's her or not because it's a lot of scamming and all type of shit going on.
Right.
But it's just the fact. It's just the fact that, like, Wack knew by him sending that, whether he said it was his team or not. I looked it up, and that's a charge too. Sending and possessing and clicking and doing all that shit. But I'm not even on that. But why not report it?
So, with that being said, that's another one. Despite that me and ChatGPT are having a little discrepancy about this one, my common sense is going to tell me that's a crime. That's a crime. You feel me? So, with that all being said, we'll go ahead and get you guys into one more. Let's figure this situation out, because when it comes down to Wack, you know what? Let's go into what we are talking about in common in recent times. Let me see. Let's talk about what's actually going on in front of us. Wack chases future. Don't want that because that will be copyright. Don't want to get into that. Let's get into this.
But it ain't hooked up to no plane.
He left his.
He left it. He runs into the terminal, true story. He runs into the terminal, right? When he runs into the terminal, he takes his phone out. Right? He know he can only go so far. What you gonna do? Jump onto the runway? That's a long drop down there, right? He throws the phone at me on speaker. All I hear is Stunner voice. He say, "Wack, it's me, Stunner. Talk to me." I say, "Stunner, I'm busy right now." He said, "Yeah, but I don't want you to be, nephew. What's going on?" I say, "Oh, trick a bag, my nigga. He can't be an off factory dog, and he don't throw a bag. Either he gonna pay, or he finna get up, and then he gonna pay. Right? Trick at home sleep. He don't know what's going on. He in Detroit. But it ain't hooked up to no plane.
So,
He left it. He walked into the terminal.
with that all being said, man, that is actually 5 times where WACK100 has done something illegal. Despite ChatGPT not thinking that WACK100 being in possession of Tania's daughter's content is cool, I'm going to say nah. That's not acceptable, bro. Any crimes against children will not be accepted. Any hate or any hurt type towards children is unacceptable. With that all being said, man, red dots to the left, you know the rest. Say a prayer and be blessed. We gone. Chat, we kicking it though. Chat, we kicking it though. Chat, we kicking it though. We kicking it though. Let me see.